What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about Kevin Greene, and pretty much I put out a full gameplay, and a lot of you guys wanted some feedback on it about, should we keep him? Is he worth it? What was going on with the way he was playing? Is there something wrong with the abilities, the X factors? And pretty much you guys gave me a lot of insight into what we needed to do to change him. And guess what we did? We went ahead and we changed it. We won a Super Bowl. I put that video out previously, and some of you guys still wanted a little bit more feedback into, why was he playing so much better in the most recent gameplay as opposed to what he was doing prior to that. And we're going to go ahead and talk about it right now. But the first thing I got to do is I'm going to go ahead and complete one of those legend sets, because over the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of packs that has like the lower level legends in it. And instead of playing around and getting 3,500 a pop and all that stuff, I just pretty much went out and I spent 13K on this Greene because the dude's garbage, and I'm gonna go ahead and just complete the set. Now, whatever we get is probably gonna be another 89. EA Sports doesn't care about my problems, but it doesn't matter. Like right there, it's a 90 Willie Brown. Like nobody's gonna buy it, but again, it is what it is. It just makes it easier for me to get rid of a lot of cards and just put it in a set when I pull them. Because what I did was I went dead broke. Using my coins and pulling packs for Ultimate Legends. So in the Ultimate Legends, they gave me a lot of these lower level legend cards, and that's probably at this point the best place to utilize them if you don't want to go nickel and dime, 3,500 a pop, whatever like that, like I said before. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure we're selling that right now. But Willie Brown, dog, like nobody is trying to run around with that dude. I think he passed away late last year, but in this game right here, I don't know what's going on with him. So he's 39. I guess, 35 times 10 is 35K, so we kind of saved some time by just going through that. We could obviously take the training, but it doesn't really matter about that, so we'll just go ahead and put him up for 37,000, see if he sells, and then we'll go ahead and keep it moving. Why hasn't this guy sold yet? Like, what's this guy, 99? All right, yo, bro, nobody wants him. Maybe somebody will get him for training or something. It doesn't really matter. All right, so now, look. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual, reason for this actual video, where we're going to be talking about Kevin Greene exclusively. Okay, this guy is a monster, but he's a monster because of a lot of different things. Number one, we have a 49er chemistry on him. Now, it's not tier 2. A lot of you guys keep asking me, yo, bro, how do you get that speed, Gmia? I'm like, yo, dog, we've been doing 49er chem since like September. Like, come on, bro, you're part of the fam now. A lot of you guys have been, look, once you sub to the channel, you are automatically part of the fam. I expect you to conduct yourselves in a different manner, than you're used to. Like, not ridiculous, going crazy, doing whatever you want. If you want to rage at dudes during the Madden game, that's fine. But after the game, we don't need to rage anymore. Stuff like that. Like, have decency when you talk to the people in the comment section. Those are the things that we expect here at GmiasWorld. After that, at the end of the day, we got to be a family together. Like, we could argue, do whatever we want, but we don't cross the line. Dudes are garbage is probably like the max trash talk, and we just have fun with it. But you guys should be picking up on a lot of the things that we've been doing in these videos as we go along, because that's what I want for you. I want you guys to be able to understand it so that you don't always have to go all over the place trying to figure out what's happening. So Kevin Greene is kind of souped up. We have the sprinter on him, and we have the 49er chem that gives him the +1 speed. So now we're going to go ahead and look at his actual card and try to figure out a few things. All right, so he's 94 speed with 95 excel. I think Julius Pepper's a little bit slower. Yeah, he goes to like 90. What is that, 92? Yeah, he goes to 92 speed. So Kevin Greene also with the 99 finesse moving green, you could technically not have abilities on him, and he would probably pretty much play the same, but certain abilities are more valuable than others, and we're going to get into that as well. But I just wanted to go over some of his stats and what he's actually doing out on the field. 94 speed and 95 acceleration with his strength and everything else that he has as far as power moves and finesse move is insane. All right, why is it insane? Because there's no other player that has all of those things together with that speed at that position naturally in the game right now with these chems. So if you give him the right abilities and you give him the right chems, you're pretty much not going to have to worry about one side of the field unless he's getting double teamed and they have a running back there. If the players just double team him, if you're playing someone that's just using the double team mechanic for him, he will get off of the double team by himself. But if you play somebody that has the double team mechanic and also motions the running back, or he motions a wide receiver to help out, The 3 players he has some trouble, getting off of. But usually, in most cases, he's gonna rage, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second as far as the abilities. But I just want you to get a complete glimpse of and understand what's going on. It's a lot of things about this guy, that makes him different than Julius Peppers, and a lot of it is the power move, and not only that, the 99 finesse move. Obviously, he's faster. Julius Peppers is taller, he's a monster, all that good stuff, but realistically speaking, he has a combination of both, but he's still a speed pass rusher. So he's different from Aaron Donald and Von Miller and all these guys with those those strongman archetypes or whatever, the forceful guys, even the LT. He has that archetype, so he's naturally going to be getting off the block with the finesse moves, but then again, he also has power move. So that's just a huge point of emphasis that I wanted to put out, because a lot of you guys were asking, what's the move? Are we rate selling him? At this point, probably not. Would we get rid of him and add and use our 97 overall power pass on somebody else to get that player for free early? Yes, we would. But at this point right now, he is somebody that I believe that we can utilize to the best of our ability and kind of keep it going for now. All right, so just remember, it's for now. Bro, one video from now, he might do something in the locker room, like walk past me and fart, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut him from the squad. So I'm just letting you guys know, it's not like it's something that's gonna be all the time, but he is someone that we can kind of look at and say right now, the dude is a beast. So now that we've gone over all of that, we're gonna go ahead right now and we're gonna look at the abilities. All right, we're gonna take a look at the abilities, and this is, like I said, with the feedback that you guys give me, this is why, listen, the channel is undefeated, bro, because we help each other out so much. It's like, all right, I'm doing something ridiculous. I get dominated beyond belief. The dude takes my mom's, drops her off up the block, all that good stuff. You know what happens, right? And then I share the video with you guys. You're like, yo, Gmia, what about this? What about that? And the way that we speak to each other and the way that we deal with each other, that's what makes us grow. Because we don't have to worry about all the other foolishness that goes, in between that. And it's a huge thing because we have people from all over the world that comes to the channel. China, the UK, Italy. You guys can shout out your countries. Germany. And we all watch it and try to figure it out. And even with, the differences in the language, you guys know that if any of the people that monitor my channel see any kind of crazy disrespect to any of you guys that are on the channel, those individuals are going to be banned instantly. So you got to understand, that's something that we try to provide here to make sure you guys understand. We are here to learn the game, and even though the game sometimes can be very, very frustrating and you want to break your controller, I haven't broken a controller this year though, but it's only been 3 months. I may break one soon, but that's not what this is about. What it's about is when things come up and we're trying to figure stuff out and I put it out there, the comment section is beautiful because when I get a chance to kind of review it and look at some of the things, some of you guys know what you're talking about. Some of you guys have no idea what's going on. It's like, what are you, bro? Okay, bro, you're an idiot. But I know I'm also an idiot. But when it comes to figuring out what we need to do, we all come together and get that done. And that's the beautiful thing. So right now, we have put Pass Rush Elite on Kevin Greene. Having the Edge Threat Elite is a mistake. And I learned that the hard way, and my butt cheeks are still recovering. So if you were thinking about, oh, bro, I got to put Edge Threat Elite on this dude, dog, no. Do not use Edge Threat Elite. Please use Pass Rush Elite and don't use the Finesse Specialist because, like you guys said, it is Edge Threat Elite. What is it? You said it was Edge Threat Elite and also, where's the other one? Yeah, Edge Threat. It's Edge Threat and Finesse Specialist combined with the Pass Rush Elite. So you're getting both of those things. Everything is already done, and it makes him play a lot better. And you know what's crazy about this? That's what the issue was. And you guys were absolutely right. The Edge Threat Elite, because he wasn't on the edge in certain formations, he wasn't getting the proper emphasis with what his abilities were. So the Pass Rush Elite is actually really good. And what's weird about it is, we already knew this, but for the fact of the matter, because it was a new card and we had the 99 finesse moves, we changed it up. Because remember, we put Pass Rush Elite on a couple players prior to this. And we saw the way it worked. And it was really, really good. But that was a mistake that I made because I was like, yo, he has 99 finesse. It's in green. There really is no reason for us to worry about it. Even with the edge threat or whatever, we don't need the Pass Rush Elite. No, we do need it. And you absolutely see the difference when he's out there. Now, with Under Pressure, earlier in the year, we didn't really care about this much because we couldn't figure out if it was working or not. We did experiment with it with LT early. We had other players that we had it on. And we didn't feel together that it was really doing much. But when you look at his tier 1 abilities, there's really nothing else. Unfakeable, Reach Elite. You know what I'm saying? those things don't really matter. Now remember, you could try to stack finesse specialist, but I wouldn't do that. All right, I definitely wouldn't do that because, to be honest, I think EA is putting certain codes in the game to make sure that nothing can really be double stacked. So when you're looking at it, and remember, this is not only for Kevin Greene. Any of your players that can get these specific abilities, you want to put these specific abilities on them because they're the most dominant. It just so happens that Kevin Greene he's a speed rusher. He fits my archetype. And for most of us that's been doing the 49er chem, it actually works out for us very, very well. So that's just something that I would love for you guys to be able to, to look into and kind of understand those type of things, because you don't have to have Kevin Greene. You don't have to have my same exact team, but these abilities is what you would actually need. Now, everything else don't matter. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I tried Unfakeable and I got faked out more than I ever thought in my life. It was really, really wild. So that I stay away from. Reach Elite, I'm not really too worried about that. It is kind of cool though. Like the more that I look at it, because Reach Elite actually works. And you know what's weird about it? You know like how we argue when we run into the linemen and dudes be getting tackled through other dudes' bodies? Reach Elite actually is really good. So to be honest, as far as the QB goes, we might have to go to Reach Elite. And let me know what you think about that as well, because let me go ahead and refund this ability. I think the Reach Elite is probably, because it's so glitchy and it doesn't make sense, because you're pretty much tackling someone through the other person's body. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much like EA was like, yo, Gmia made a song called Through My Body. Let's make it an ability. And then now he can't say anything. And it's hilarious because it's true. I can't really say anything because if you purchase that and I'm running the ball and my blocker's in front and you smash me up and stick me through my offensive lineman that weighs 7 million pounds, you could always say, yo, Gmia, I got Reach Elite. And I'm like, it's stupid, but you guys are right. You got Reach Elite. There's nothing I can really do about it because that's what the ability is supposed to do. Now, what's interesting is I haven't really heard anything about this being tuned or patched. And it happens to me a lot, so I'm pretty sure it works. And that's what's so hilarious about it, because we all accept it. Because the way that it looks when you slow it down, or if you go to instant replay, you are literally being tackled through your fat offensive lineman, who takes up a lot of mass and area, by the way. And EA is like, yo, he got Reach Elite, he's supposed to be able to go through his body and tackle him. And we're like, all right, cool. So even though it doesn't adhere to science, we accept it, because that's what we're all about. And it's all good. Now, to get to the final part, this right here, let me know in the comments if you watched the previous video, where we speak about the golden tickets, but it was a Super Bowl gameplay. Let me know in the comments, all right? So that you can understand. I show you guys how No Outsiders works. It's very, very similar to Out of My Way. Like you smash up the guy that's in front of you, but then you just move out the play. So what's gonna happen is, for certain anybody that you make contact with is gonna get pancaked, and then the people after him is gonna have to actually make the play. So with it's a very, very weird thing with the way it works, but it definitely does work. And it will help to shut down the outside zone runs. All right. Now, as far as the tier 1 ability, like I said, they don't have anything else that you can really use. Like the run stopper would have been good to have as a tier 1 ability if it was possible, but you can't do that. So there's nothing else here other than Reach Elite that can really help the player. Now, as far as everything else with the Pass Rush Elite area, I would keep that because you visibly see that it works. As far as like getting these other ones, there's really nothing, as far as like goal line stuff and inside stuff, because obviously you're not gonna be in the goal line unless you're garbage all game. The guy's doing you dirty. The second tier is pretty much all about Pass Rush Elite. And then when you come over to Edge Threat Elite, where all the stuff is available, Edge Threat Elite, all that stuff, you don't want to overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Because you get edge threat with finesse specialist, so you don't really want to overdo it. The tackle supreme, I didn't really have good success with my linebackers having that, so I didn't like it. And pretty much everything else after that, it's useless. If we're being honest about it, like it's all pretty much useless. So those are like 3 of the very, very good ones that I would use. And if we were to go like, yo, let's go ahead and do, power specialist. If you're doing that, you're pretty much like overstacking the fact that you have Pass Rush Elite, and it doesn't make any sense. And also, you don't want to use Enforcer, because Enforcer doesn't really have a lot of success with the outside linebackers. The middle linebackers do, but as far as like the outside, the left outside and the right outside linebackers, they don't usually have a lot of success with it. So you don't want to have to deal with that. I really, at this point, unless EA Sports nerfs it and we see it visibly, I would recommend using No Outsiders on them. just to make sure that at least you know that one side, they have to put three, at least a minimum of 3 blockers on that side to kind of contain that area. Other than that, they're totally like it's over. He's gonna smash the guy up in front of him, and he's going right in for whoever's over there, and that's pretty much it. So definitely keep those things in mind as you go ahead and figure out with Kevin Greene. And like I said, it does not have to be Kevin Greene. If Von Miller has these type of things, whoever it is, but just remember, with the way the archetype is, EA is going to gear it up so that certain players don't play the same. He doesn't fit the archetype for the way that we use it, so the speed rushers have the advantage in this situation. And you guys have to understand that. If you don't have speed rusher archetypes, they don't play the same. They're more big and bulky and trying to throw guys out the way. They're not trying to spin off. They're not trying to do those type of things. LT is a little different because if you look at his, his numbers, he has 95 finesse moves, which is about the tier that you need. So he'll get spin animations, but a lot of the other guys that are just, like Aaron Donald that has both power move and finesse move high or whatever, they don't play the same. It's something about that finesse archetype that makes the players play insane. And I can't figure it out. I don't know what's going on, but I know it works. And I've shown you guys over and over that it works. So hopefully it works out for you and you're able to see what I'm talking about. But at this point, whatever type of lineman you're using, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do what you got to do. If you're using TJ Watt, whatever, I don't care. Just try to focus on those abilities and those X factors if you haven't already, and let me know how it worked out for you. But it definitely worked well for me. All right, I'm gonna see you guys very, very soon. I got a lot of other information coming to you guys. If you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable and blessed day. One love, y'all.